wish this run would take this long miles instead of how long it really takes. Chloe and Maeve's dad said, "Be careful, it's slippery out here." So with the run, we would continue out to that red lighthouse. But for this demonstration, we'll be stopping at and doing a turnaround here. Then we go down the boardwalk around the water plant. So we'll backtrack this way. Part of the harbor. Part of downtown Kenosha. This is open. This is usually closed. This is good. Alright, we can go down, meet up at the other end of the boardwalk. This is Simmons Island. So the boardwalk comes out right over there. Then you run along part of the beach, around the bathhouse or bathrooms. Come around and then run here. Get a nice view of the lake. It's a kid-friendly run or walk. This is the first of 3 playgrounds. One of the major, inclines right there. And it continues going down that walkway. So it continues as we leave Simmons Island. It's all paved, this route. City sidewalk, asphalt, but all paved. Some of it is bike trail. Some of it is just walking trail. So it crosses here, comes around, and goes down again along the lake. This is Kennedy Park now, I believe. All the homes that just overlook, the park and the lake. the northbound part of this route is longer than southbound because of the twists and turns around the parks, around the lake coast. So the pathway goes up there. I forgot the name of this park. It just continues as Parkway. So it's up there, the walkway, another beach. So another incline that we go up when running on the path. Sometimes I go continue this way up to Carthage when I feel, adventurous. Otherwise, we turn left here to go south. This is 7th Avenue. So 7th Avenue goes south. Again, going southbound, it's a shorter distance because it is just straight for the most part. Once we get back into downtown, I believe I changed streets once, maybe twice, so that will add a little bit of distance, but overall, again, all sidewalk the entire route. Nice thing with this street, all the side streets have stop signs except for this one four-way stop. Overall, it's Washington Road is the cross with 7th Avenue. But typically, this is pretty much what you'd get. An intersection where you can safely cross, typically without stopping or slowing. Again, other side street, they're all stop signs. There's a couple of these corners though where you got to be careful, because when you're coming around the corner, you may not be able to be seen by cars. So just be aware of that. But again, just another easy, mostly flat route. And consistent with the condition of the path or the sidewalks is good. Again, without any real elevation gain. Pace yourself, for that of not needing to maintain your stamina and strength for this big hill at the end or in the middle. It's moderately flat, if not almost entirely flat, except for when you're going by the water. So this is the second intersection where there is a stop. On the way back, this is a nice time for me to get like a second or two breather, because then it's like almost like a home stretch, right now, where got about, depending on what I want to do, about quarter mile maybe left to go. There's also a pathway that goes along the water behind this hotel, that leads to a stairwell that goes up to the bridge that we went over earlier. But typically I'll stay on the sidewalk because there's a lot of people who are fishing and I just don't want to get in their way. So another four-way stop or three-way stop, but if you see when I'm running along, it's a continued sidewalk because it's a three-way intersection. Then if I feel, like I want to do more, there's that walkway. I can add that running along the harbor. And I'll go over that now, because normally I will always park right here at this light fixture right here. I park here every time, and I'd stop here. But for those times I'm running along the water on this side, this is the route I'd go. So I'll be running along the water where those benches down there are, right along there. So the route where I would stop where I parked and didn't do this, it's 4.maybe 2 miles, something along, my map or Map My Run, Strata, and one time I actually did a Google map where I actually pinpointed each of my turns, and it was like 4.2 to 4.3. It's not even, maybe 4.25 of a mile. But when I add this, so where that gentleman is walking right now is still going out. We're still running from where we parked. I would run to that green and white lighthouse. So it's a straight route to that. And this is Columbus Park, probably a park that should be renamed, in my opinion. But we're talking about running, not that. So again, this is the green and white lighthouse that I would run to. At this point, I'd probably take a couple second breath here for my second little stop. But I'd run to that corner right there. So there's the green lighthouse. So to give a little perspective, there is that walkway where the brown is. That is where we would run before we go on that boardwalk by the water plant. So I could then come up this concrete walkway and then take this asphalt paved walkway back. So we'll meet around there when we come back out of this parking lot. Was it, honey? Am I just driving in the road? You can. What'd you say?
You're not going in a circle.
I'm not going in a circle? Thank you. Sometimes I feel like I'm just spinning wheels, but that's why I haven't started biking yet. So that paved walkway then comes out here from over there, and let's see if we can get it in sight. Yep. So this is a streetcar along with the paved trail right alongside it. I've done that. When I add this up, this is in addition to that 4.2 miles. This adds about 1.5 miles distance. So we're at 5.5 miles with that. Times I can run between the buildings to add, hopefully another 3/4 to a mile to make it that 6.25 mile to make it that 10K. Because this year I'm noticing there's more races. They're 5K, 10K, half marathon, full marathon. So if my happy spot is that 4.25 mile where I can push myself fast and feel good about myself, feel good, confident with my speed. But at the same time, if I go any further, I do notice a significant drop in my pace. So trying to get myself prepared, I'm trying to add these little incremental increases to my route. In October, I signed up for my first marathon. She's dancing. And I have, I think, 198 days or 200 days, something where it's going to get me where I need to be ready, because that's going to be a shocker, especially since the furthest I ever ran, I think, is like 12 miles right now, 13. So this summer I truly have to increase not only my speed, but just my overall distance. I'm going to be doubling my longest run I've ever done. So the ways I'm training, at least preparing myself, is I'm doing Tuesday, Thursday, while Miles is in Taekwondo, I'm trying to do the track where he has his class. I'm trying to do 3 to 4 miles at least, at a minimum, but as fast as I can. I'm trying to... A building is for sale? Probably too expensive, probably overpriced. Okay, so this is another park that when I'm at that Columbus Park and I turn around at that green and white lighthouse, there's times I'll actually run around the harbor and continue on to this park. This is where I'm getting into that 8 to 9 mile range. Well, we had that hot cider run, Miles, remember? And we've been at this park a couple times. We've been at this beach. There's another beach over here, but this is Wolfenbüttel Park. I guess it's the German heritage component of Kenosha. It may not be very large, but the park is beautiful during the summer. They have the gardens. They have weddings and birthday parties here. But yeah, there's another beach right there that I will run along. And Eichelman Park, another park that's connected to it. And so again, this is another one of those parks where it has this paved trail here, and it gets spit out onto the city sidewalk. So, and again, this is where I'm feeling ambitious. I'm feeling, I'm feeling good about the run. Weather's right, everything's working out, it's lining up. So I would then run along this sidewalk here,
That is where people marry.
well, yeah, because they have really nice gardens there, Miles, or they have birthday parties.
And this is where I had my walk. This is where I did a walk.
You mean your parade?
Yeah.
What was it, the 4th of July parade with Taekwondo? Oh yeah, that is right, because it did come down here, didn't it?
Yeah. And I had to touch a horse.
You touched a horse?
Yeah.
I did not know that. Was that at the end or at the beginning?
It was at the beginning.
Oh.
You just started.
So with this route, if I add this longer part, again,
Go pee and poop.
it's all paved and it goes along the harbor back there where the boats are. Again, have kids. It's another park. I think there's 4 or 5 parks along this total route. Maybe 6 if you include Union Park. That's across the street on 7th. You just have to cross 7th Avenue in order to get to that park. All this land ready to be redeveloped. And but yeah, this is my downtown / lakefront running route that I've been doing for a year and a half now, 2 years. I was introduced to it through a walk, and no real running experience since high school, in college for basketball and such. So not really an avid runner at all prior, and it was a pretty good route to begin with. Pretty good route to start, and introduce myself and my body to it. But overall, downtown Kenosha is a pretty easy downtown if you want to run. And again, going north at the very end of the run, where I turned around onto 7th Avenue there is, if I continue going north, you start entering Carthage College campus, and they have parks all throughout also. So you can have pretty much paved paths for 12 miles, maybe 13 miles, almost uninterrupted. While training, though, sometimes being interrupted at times can be good, just to give your body a second to try to do like a self-check, make sure everything's going okay, listen to your body. So but yeah, it's been an experience, and hopefully in a few weeks maybe I'll upload another update as to how I'm doing with my progress. Hopefully with the weather maybe getting warmer soon, maybe I can be outside more. And if anyone ever says there's no difference between cold weather running and warm or hot weather running, both are hard. At least for me, they both are. I thought in the summer, I can't wait for winter because it's going to be cooler. I won't be overheating. And yeah, but what happened though was it caused me to have to layer up while running. My dependency on chewing gum while running increases in the cold. Just because I get phlegm and all that. It's just, that's me, not everyone. But, in the wind, like today, there's a strong wind from the south that is, you feel it. You feel it all through your clothes and just everywhere. And it's just, at the same time, the summer, you're hot, and on the route at the boardwalk at the lakefront by there, before you hit the boardwalk by the water plant, there's actually a bubbler that runs during the summer. So it's a nice stopping point. Throw some water on your shirt. And then while you're at the beach, one of the beaches on Simmons Island actually has one of those showers, hoses where you can push the button, it runs the water for like 30 seconds. It's cold water. You can just, throw some more water on you. So at the beginning of the race, there's a good chance for you to cool off. But then once you're running on that 7th Avenue and then through downtown, you're pretty much warm in the summer. Thankfully, there's trees. The buildings give you shade. But it's, trying to just find new routes, and new places to run. I have a route in Milwaukee. Maybe that's what I'll do this week after work. One day I'll post a video of my route that I do in Milwaukee. That's about 10 miles. I've done it about 6-7 times. Stretching from Highway 100 and Greenfield to the airport. Yeah, I'll post that actually maybe this week. And then give an update in, like I said, in a few weeks of how this planning and training is going on, to prepare myself. I have a 5K this upcoming weekend. Next weekend it's Lucky Charms or something, 5K. I don't know if I signed up for the 5K or the half marathon of it. I think it's the 5K though. Then I got the Sweet Home Milwaukee one coming up in May. Also, that one's gonna be at the lakefront downtown Milwaukee. The Leprechaun or the Irish one for St. Patrick's Day next Sunday is in Greenfield at West Dallas at Greenfield Park. And I got the Cream City Half Marathon. And I got the Milwaukee Marathon coming up later this summer and later this year. And then I have a couple more. And then, of course, Thanksgiving, there's the Mayor's Run Downtown Kenosha. It's 40-some years they've been running that one. There's that Bubble Run that's going to be held again at State Fair Park. Goes around the infield of the Milwaukee Mile at State Fair Park. That's more of a casual walk. Then there's a Cinco de Miller in downtown Chicago I'm looking at signing up for. That's on May 6th. Not sure if I'm going to do the 5K or if it's going to be the half marathon. I'm leaning toward 5K because I'm taking the train down and I don't want to get overtired in case something happens. But yeah, all right. Well, I will update everyone in a few weeks after I post the video of this and get the video for my route in Milwaukee. Keep running.